So these are the 4 different types of sex determination in case of mammals, human beings, and also birds, reptiles, insects, all those things. Besides this, there are also some special mechanisms found in case of honeybee, that is known as haplo-diploidy, and that is also very interesting. Haplo-diploidy. So we have discussed 4 different types. Then the 5th type we can tell that a haplo-diploidy. So this haplo-diploidy method is usually found in case of honeybees, also some wasps and ants. But the most famous one is honeybee. How it is taking place, let us discuss. In case of honeybee, the chromosome number of males and females are different. In case of female honeybee, there are 32 chromosomes, while in case of male, there are only 16 chromosomes. This is the basic difference between the chromosome number of male and female honeybees. When the female one will produce eggs, each one will have 16 chromosomes and is produced as a result of meiosis. But when the male will give rise to male gametes, it will also 16. So naturally it is due to mitosis. There will be no meiosis there. So these are the ova or eggs, we can tell. Now if this 16 and the male gametes will fertilize, then what will happen? Now the chromosome number will be 32 due to fertilization. And this will be female, because female has 32 chromosomes. Now this, what will happen to this female? If this female will grow in the royal jelly, then it will develop into queen. You know, in case of honeybees, queens are there, and it will grow on bee breads, then they will be all workers. Also, you know that in case of honeybee, workers are there, only a single queen is there. But how the males will be produced? Now see, here the 16 chromosome is there. Now if this will not be fertilized and it will develop directly in a male, the method is known as the parthenogenesis. Parthenogenesis, that means unfertilized. So it will be 16 and it will be only male. Male. Without fertilizing it develops. That means this male, it has no father and it cannot have sons. But it can have grandfathers and grandchildren. This is again very important. Because it is produced as a result of parthenogenesis without fertilization. So this is the interesting phenomenon of haplo-diploidy in case of honeybees. Besides this, there are also some environmental ways of sex determination. So the 6th one we can write environmental. In case of environmental, first I will give you an example of Bonellia. Bonellia is a sea worm. Sea worm. So in case of Bonellia, what happens? If the larva comes in contact with the female, then it develops into male, and the male is parasitic. It is parasitic and it remains within the body of the female. And if this larva doesn't come in contact with any substance, then it develops into a larger female. This is completely depending upon the environment. Then let us give one second example. The second example is incubation temperature. incubation temperature, and this is found in case of the turtles and crocodiles. Turtles and crocodiles. In this case, if the temperature is less than 28 degrees centigrade, they will give rise to males. And if it is greater than 33 degrees centigrade, they will give rise to females. Then the third type. The third type is still more interesting, and that we'll discuss here. The environmental type, but so that the next type is also found in case of Drosophila, the details of which have been worked out by Bridges, one scientist. So the third type we can write the genic balance theory. Genic balance theory given by Bridges, and he has carried out the experiment in case of Drosophila. He observed that in case of Drosophila, in the males there is Y chromosome, but this Y chromosome is not responsible for determination of the sex as in other cases. It depends upon the sex index ratio. So what is that, the sex index ratio? Sex index ratio is equal to the number of X sex chromosome divided by number of sets of autosomes. Or in other words, you can tell this is X by A. That means how many X chromosomes are there and how many sets of autosomes are there. Sets means pairs. Now, if this X by A ratio, if it will be 1, then it will give rise to females. If this X by A ratio is 1.5, then it will give rise to super females. If this X by A ratio is 0.5, it will give rise to males. That means depending upon this ratio. If this ratio is less than 0.5, it will give rise to super males. And if this X by A ratio, it ranges from 0.5 to 1, then it will give rise to intersex, or we can call them as sterile. So at present this genic theory is accepted for Drosophila because what will be the sex of the chromosome, what will be the sex of the Drosophila, that depends upon the ratio, the sex index ratio. So these are the different methods of sex determination in different organisms. Now let us discuss MCQs. So one MCQ is the mechanism of sex determination. Mechanism of sex determination in birds. In birds shows first choice male heterogamety, second choice female heterogamety, third choice male dominancy, and fourth choice the female dominance. Now come to the second question. The second question is XO type of sex determination sex determination is found in one choice man, second choice grasshopper, third choice horses, and fourth choice birds. So after going through the video, I hope you have a clear understanding about sex determination, and the sex determination is a matter of chance. What type of egg is fertilized with what type of sperm? So some people think that it depends upon the woman. That is quite wrong, and everybody should be aware of it. Again, thank you very much for watching the video. God bless you. Have a good day.